this is an award-winning restaurant.
There's going to be no bias today from our eaters. He's the one from Greece, and he's the one from India, and he's the one from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, welcome to another YouTube video from Desi Vivids. We're here today in the heart of Coventry, in the multicultural part of Coventry, outside the very first mosque in the city, Masjid Noor al-Islam, that was founded in 1957 by the Pakistani and Kashmiri community that came over here to establish this place of worship. Stunning architecture of the masjid. It's a red brick masjid that's been built to a very exceptional standard from the outside.
Yes.
It's very modern, I believe, at the same time. So now we're entering the masjid.
So this is inside of the masjid there.
Now when I've entered the masjid, I feel at ease and calm. It's got that feeling to it. It feels very tranquil. I like how they've done the supporting pillars.
Pillars, yes.
And you can see as well they've got some calligraphy on there, and they have some reminders in terms of what to say during your prayers and when you're in the masjid.
It's on all the pillars. That's the direction of prayer. Looks like this, like marble, isn't it?
Yes, it's definitely marble.
Quite impressed for it to be a first mosque in Coventry as well.
Yes, no, I was much surprised to learn that this is the first masjid or the first mosque in Coventry, and it's been around since 1957. That's over 70 years.
Yes, close to, nearly 70.
70 years. So it's remarkable and astonishing.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
So this is the first floor. I think this must be used for the madrasa. I could see some stuff there like for
yes,
children.
they probably use this space for talks and for the madrasa as well. And I think from our research, this masjid can accommodate roughly about 1,000 worshippers. What really stands out for me personally of this masjid is how simplistic the design is, both inside and also outside, despite it being the first masjid in the city of Coventry since 1957. They've kept the design element very minimal. So we've come across a gentleman called Mark. Lovely to meet you, sir.
And you.
And he's given us some very interesting information about the masjid, the mosque, and also the church. Over to you, Mark.
Morgue down there, down the bottom, for like dead bodies, and then bring them up here for people to look at them. And the ladies go down there as well for see all the bodies. And we keep them down there from the hospital, bring them to the morgue down there, then bring them up here. Then after that, they go to the cemetery, burial in the cemetery.
So during the funeral janaza, the church places the bodies in the morgue just down the road from here. And that really shows how closely knit the community is,
Yes.
how well they work together hand in hand, regardless of faith or background or heritage. It's important that we keep these strong community vibes, and we help each other out in times of need and also in good times and bad times. So thank you to the church for assisting the mosque and for all the volunteers like Mark we have here today for their work in the community. This shows what you can do when you're united.
Thank you very much, Mark.
So
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. So having visited the oldest masjid in Coventry, Noor al-Islam Masjid, you're now on the way to another masjid called Zeenatul Islam.
So Zeenatul Islam is opened 1967.
So 10 years after this one, more or less.
Roughly 10 years after Noor al-Islam. And they're both within walking distance as well.
Probably 5 minutes more.
5 minutes walk as well. Yeah, so let's go and check out this one. Yeah, so this is Stoney Stanton, guys. Stoney Stanton Road, a multicultural road.
Well, I'm seeing here Kashmiri restaurants, Pakistani restaurants, there's a Turkish place over there, an African restaurant there. You've got another hijama clinic just outside here.
Yeah.
So we are in the heart of Coventry, which is very diverse.
Stoney Stanton Road, guys. We're looking for some food place. We don't know exactly where we're going to go. We'll see shortly. So as you can see, the Afghan restaurant here, and there's a few more here as well. And this is where we're going to. We're going to Masjid Zeenatul Islam. And 1967, was that right?
You had the masjid over there behind us, the Noor al-Islam Masjid, that was established by the Pakistani and Kashmiri community of Coventry. And now 10 years later approximately, we have the masjid over there in front of us that was opened in 67.
Let's go and check it out, guys. Do you think they've named the mosque after this, or the restaurant is named after the mosque?
Never know.
We
Never
don't
know. Never know.
Maybe it's something linked here. It feels like we're in the Middle East somewhere. What do you think?
Well, you've got the variety of shops, restaurants, businesses in the area. The community is mixed. You've got people here from all. I'm seeing, Arabs, non-Arabs, Pakistani, Kashmiri, Asian people, Bengalis, mashallah. So it's a huge, diverse community here in Coventry.
I was quite shocked.
Me too. I was surprised.
I'm going to be honest with you, Ahmed sir. I could smell all the flavors.
It's making me feel hungry.
It's making us feel hungry. And you know what's going to happen now, though?
We need to go to a restaurant and have some food.
Ah.
But which one? That's the question.
Yeah, we're doing
Which
our restaurant hunt at the moment. We don't know exactly where. There's no pre-planned restaurant at the moment.
Right.
What would you prefer today?
I'd probably prefer going to an Asian restaurant, maybe Pakistani, Kashmiri restaurant.
Pakistani, Kashmiri in Coventry? We don't know.
That'd be great.
Let's do some research.
So, mashallah, what a very beautiful experience at the masjid here in Zeenatul Islam in Coventry. We've had the chance to visit the first masjid in Coventry and also the biggest masjid in Coventry on the same day. And I found the experience here to be very spiritually uplifting. At the time of Asr prayer, the masjid was full. The dancers was completely packed out. I had to go upstairs and pray my prayer in the Jamaat. So I think it's a great message to people to come and experience the masjids in Coventry, or masajid in Coventry.
Biggest masjid in Coventry, Masjid Zeenatul Islam.
Zeenatul Islam.
2 in 1. And now we're going to put the third one in. Let's go.
What's the third one?
Yum yum.
Yum yum. بوك القبية لا كلا كاسة
يم يم time.
ما شاء الله بسم الله إن شاء الله أنا ترى جوعان جدا جوعان والله جوعان
أنا بياكل بيت خالية.
أي والله أي والله مسكين.
مسكين. Let's go.
يلا نمشي على مطعم إن شاء الله يلا بسم الله وعلى توكل على الله. Right, so guys, after visiting the masajid in Coventry, we needed to get some dinner, and we found this Pakistani Kashmiri restaurant not too far away from the masajid, and we've come here now to have some food. And this has been around, what we've been told, for the last maybe 12 years, give and take. And they serve some
famous
food.
For their tawas.
Tawas, yes.
Tawas, karahis, mixed grills. And we're going to go inside and review them. And we got something unique today. What that is?
Oh, right. So today we've actually got 5 different guests from different parts of the world. There's one gentleman from Oman, one from Bangladesh, one from Greece, one from India, one from Pakistan as well.
And me Kashmiri and you Kashmiri.
We're the 2 Kashmiris here representing.
So we're going to do a proper taste test on their food here. Different cultures, 4 different cultures. Let's go in. Let's see if they got a table first of all, innit?
Did you reserve a table?
No.
Oh gosh.
I thought, they can't be that busy.
Let's go and find out. If not, have to just sit outside.
I want to say something as well. The 5-star hygiene rating.
Oh yeah, I noticed that as well.
Yeah. And HMC approved as well. So everything is making you feel like an immaculate kind of situation. Let's see if the food lives up to the expectations. They've got a decent sized car park on site parking here, guys. Plenty of parking here. Evening, everybody. We already introduced you on our video.
Hi, so I'm just speaking to some of the staff here, and I asked them the history about the restaurant. They opened about 16 years ago in 2010. Hopefully the food is up to standard and the experience will be also award-winning.
Yes, there's going to be no bias today from our eaters. He's the one from Greece, and he's the one from India, and he's the one from Bangladesh. So we're just waiting for our table now.
Yeah, I think it's been prepared, and hopefully we can sit down and enjoy some food.
Our first experience is we're doing some furniture movement.
Rearranging the furniture.
Moving the furniture around.
Already causing issues. We haven't even eaten yet.
Facial expression. Wow. This is the tawa, guys. It's lamb karahi on there, quite a lot of it. Quite a lot of chicken karahi on there as well. And mixed grill is hiding under the naan breads. Plenty of naan breads there. And plenty of chips. which looked slightly overcooked in the oil, in my opinion.
Better than being undercooked.
Can you see? They're a bit more darker.
This is kebab.
Yep.
This is chicken.
Lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
You should have some wings.
Why the
somewhere.
red? That tells me they're spicy.
No, it's just a masala on top.
Masalas and all that. But it's not spicy. And you should have some wings there as well. So
That's my favorite part. I'll take one.
you got
So we are at here 351 restaurant in Coventry. So we ordered a tawa. It's kind of good, but I prefer the chicken and the lamb curry as well. And other stuff is like 5 out of 10.
So everything else on that was 5 out of 10. The curries were,
Lamb and chicken,
what would you give them?
8 or 7.
7, 8.
7, 8, yeah.
So average in total.
Average total, there's a lot of better place in this city.
Oh, yeah.
You can get it.
Yeah. But overall total, would you say?
Or total 6.
6. So below average, quite a lot below average. India, Delhi, there we go. Now we got Madasar here, who's actually originally from Kashmir. And at Kashmiri restaurant, what did you think of the Kashmiri food?
I'm honest with you, I found the chicken tikka to be very dry. It wasn't really to my expectations. I was very disappointed. The only thing that really was a saviour, like the gentleman said, was the chicken curry. I think this restaurant has not done justice to Kashmiri cuisine or to the Kashmiri community. So I'm very disappointed, in my honest opinion. So
Because I know
overall,
we have come across good Kashmiri restaurants elsewhere in places.
yeah. So we have the famous Mumtaz restaurant in Bradford. It's
Bradford,
always
that was
a winner
fun.
for us. Golden Star, proper Kashmiri restaurant in the UK. It's known worldwide. But unfortunately here my experience at 351 restaurant was somewhat a letdown.
Out of 10, overall.
Overall, if I'm being generous, probably 5.5.
What about the chicken on its own?
That would be like an 8.
8. Mr. Medjool Islam from Bangladesh. What actually, Silhit is it?
Sylhet, yeah.
Silhit.
I found, the food was average. Like everyone's saying, to be honest, the best things on the tawa were probably the chicken and the lamb.
Chicken
Com-
curry, not the chicken tikka.
No, the chicken curry. The chicken tikka, as you said, I found it to be a bit dry as well. Overall, probably a 6.
6 as well.
Yeah.
And we have got Apostolos here who is from Greece. I don't know your city.
I'm from Athens, Greece.
Oh, it's from the capital.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm the last person to ask about this kind of food. But in my opinion, probably around the 6 is a fair score for what we ate today. Like everybody else said, the chicken curry and the lamb was the best. And maybe the drinks. Right.
What would you say if it was just the chicken curry and the lamb curry?
Give it a 7.5.
7.5? So I agree with all these guys actually. Everything they said was about what I would have been thinking as well. I think the curries were quite nice, about 8 for me. But the starters were a bit of a letdown. The shish kebabs were very dry. I think 4. I'm saying 4. You've been generous, I'm saying 4. The lamb chops, I would say probably 5. Chips 3. They're very dry. It looks like they've been reheated even. And overall experience before I come here, I was quite excited actually. I was thinking the reviews here were so good of people on Google and 5-star hygiene rating and also HMC approved. I was thinking, you know what, this is going to be a 9 out of 10. So like Madasa said here, it's a letdown for Kashmiri cuisine. You wouldn't want to promote this kind of place to the Kashmiri audience because you wouldn't want them to come and try this and bad for the name Kashmir. Reputation. But still, if you're around Coventry and by mistake you do pop in here, it's not too bad.
So my question to you is, Mr. Cameraman, is it worth the wadi of what we paid for this meal? This cost £90.
No,
mind you.
it's not £90. No, this was £65. The tawa. For-
£90.
Was it £90?
£90.
I didn't check that.
Too late now.
So it's £90 for £90? No.
What would be a fair price for what you ate?
I would say probably about £50 more or less on average, but I would have come here in the first instance.
No, I'll be honest here. I think £90 for the portion size that 5 people here couldn't finish was right. The quality was a letdown. If that quality was 8 or 9 everything, £90 is no big deal, in my opinion. I think we all agree to that. I don't think anybody would come back here though.
No. No, I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. Honestly. I'm not normally like this. I'm normally quite full of energy. I'm very bubbly. I'm always supportive of businesses up and down the country and also around the whole world. But I always give good opinions to businesses. Obviously, it's not easy being in business, but this unfortunately has been one of those experiences that I would not like to relive again.
Okay. I think that's a fair and square ending there. Because when I chose the place, I looked at everything 5-star, this 5-star, this, and all the views. I was expecting a lot better myself. So there we go.
It is what it is.
So what I'm saying about the shish kebabs, for example, I wasn't impressed with the shish kebabs. You know when you open them up there? So there's 50-50, I would say 50% meat and 50% everything else. So there's a lot of flour in there. So it was very dry. Also, the chicken tikka was very dry. You can see. And you didn't like the wings of it. What was the reason behind the wing?
It's not like worth it. The taste is not worth it. It's not good. It's like kind of dried and all the stuff.
That's how that was. You know. That was failed by here. What would you give the wing for?
1 or 2 million.
1 and 2 guys. And the lamb chops. This is something I'm a fan of, and today they were a real letdown because first of all it doesn't feel like it's actually lamb. It looks like more likely to be sheep, which is an old sheep. So it doesn't even fall off the bone that well either. And when you're biting it, it's really chewy. See, it's not breaking easily. It feels like it's been cooked for a while and maybe even reheated to give to us. So
As we said, was it the best experience ever? No. And the reality is how quickly that food came out. 3-5 minutes maximum. So all of this meat coming out within 3 minutes says it all. Probably it's pre-made because it's Saturday. But on the other hand, if somebody comes and orders just the chicken and the lamb, maybe they have a good experience. What we saw today, well, it wasn't the
Maybe if you
greatest.
come on a less busy day, it might be better.
Yeah, they make it on the spot, maybe.
There's no excuse because this cost us £90. £90 is £90. It's not £9 or £19. It's £90. It's a lot of money in this day and age. So guys, this is the bill, what we paid, 122 for that meal. I was very disappointed and very let down by the whole
experience.
We came here with the purpose, that was to visit the masajid or the mosques that we came to earlier on in the day. The first masjid in Coventry and also the biggest masjid in Coventry. And those were lovely, we had very nice experiences there. But I don't think I'll come back here again.
Okay, there you go guys. Brutal, honest review.
Next time we're going to Harrods in London, #1.
Okay, it's been saying that for a while, so I'm gonna go soon.